The purpose of immigration isn't to serve the immigrant. It isn't to serve the immigrant's culture or country. It's to serve the American public, the citizen in this country. Our representatives are supposed to represent us. Now, what data shows immigrants committing crimes? Let's take a look at San Mateo County at ABC 7 News just a few days back. Go ahead.
The San Mateo County Board of Supervisors will vote on a controversial sanctuary ordinance Tuesday night. If passed, it would prohibit any government agency in the county from cooperating with ICE. Immigration.
So you have within the United States this revolutionary movement going on. Democrats, they're all Democrats. Republicans don't support this, as much as we may loathe several Republicans. The Democrat Party as an institution is destroying the country. So you have San Mateo County in California voting, do not cooperate with ICE. In other words, ICE handles the interior enforcement on immigration, among other things, and customs. So when they arrest somebody for being here illegally, maybe having committed a crime or just here illegally, at the local level, and they find out they're illegal aliens, this county board is voting, you're not to tell the feds. You're not to tell the feds, so these people are not deported. It's insane, absolutely insane. No country can survive this. And that's the point, isn't it? Go.
But critics argue the legislation overlooks public safety, lacking any exemptions for asylum seekers who are convicted of murder, rape, and child molestation.
Now think about that. Democrats voting for Democrats who decide we are not going to deport people here illegally who murder people. Are you out of your mind? Yes, they are. This is an ideology, so ideology breeds fanaticism. So you've got these fanatics, and they get elected to these positions. And what's more astounding is people vote for them. People vote for them. Go ahead.
Supervisor Ray Mueller wants to change that.
I will not be voting to support this measure. Let's say the scenario, someone returns to the community who is a dangerous and violent felon who has been deported, and there's a contact with law enforcement. The only way that our sheriff will be able to go ahead and actually work with immigration authorities will be to sue the Board of Supervisors.
The legislation is authored by Supervisor David Canepa on the grounds it will bring more equality to asylum seekers.
What's the difference if we have someone who commits a crime that is a non-immigrant, and then we have someone who's an immigrant?
Let me help this moron. When you're a citizen, we got to take what comes. Doesn't mean we don't punish people. We have a whole criminal code at the local level, criminal code at the state level, and we have a criminal code at the federal level. So you're a citizen. We can't go around deporting citizens. They're citizens of the United States. What's the difference between a citizen and a non-citizen? Well, they're not supposed to be here. That's the difference. They're not supposed to be here. So I would ask the fundamental question that I asked on Fox the other night on Hannity's show. What's the purpose of immigration? The purpose of immigration isn't to serve the immigrant. It isn't to serve the immigrant's culture or country. It's to serve the American public, the citizen in this country. Our representatives are supposed to represent us. So this supervisor, who exactly does he represent? He says, I want it equal between a foreigner who's here illegally and an American citizen. Go ahead.
How is the community safer?
Do you know the recidivism rate of convicted criminals seeking asylum in San Mateo County?
I don't know.
So stop. Shouldn't he know? You're making a policy to ensure that illegal immigrants can stay in your county, and you don't even know the rate of repeat offenders among illegal immigrants in your county because you're an ideologue. That's all you care about. Go ahead.
There isn't comprehensive data on immigrants who repeatedly commit crimes, but the ABC 7 News I-team received some data from 2018 to 2021. According to the San Mateo County Sheriff's Office, there were at least 35 cases where immigrants convicted of serious felonies in San Mateo County had a long history of prior arrests. That list includes people convicted of multiple lewd acts with a child under 14 years old, rape, child abuse, DUI with injury, grand theft, transporting 30 pounds of meth with intent to sell, elder theft, assault, robbery, and arson. And the I-team found there's a clear pattern of recidivism among this group. One immigrant charged with a drug felony was booked in county jail 20 different times. Another person charged with vehicle theft was booked in county jail 17 different times. And 4 others charged with assault with a deadly weapon and DUI with injury were booked 11 different times.
It's difficult to actually, advocate for their rights when they are continuously breaking the law.
For decades, Joaquin Jimenez has been a strong advocate for immigrant rights and reform.
It's especially right after the shooting of 7 farm workers in our community. How about them? How about their rights?
In January, immigrant Shunli Zhao was charged with 7 counts of murder after allegedly opening fire on 7 co-workers at 2 mushroom farms in Half Moon Bay. Jimenez is worried migrants released from state prison and deported will come back to retaliate.
There's been cases where people actually get deported and they come back. They come back and they come back to the same community.
Despite these concerns, more than a dozen local organizations support the legislation. But critics worry they may not have all the facts. Data obtained by the I-team also shows a pattern among some immigrants arrested in San Mateo County. Of the cases we analyzed, 2 stand out. The immigrants were convicted of sexually abusing children. One was arrested 5 previous times for other crimes. The other, 14. We asked Supervisor Canepa about repeat offenders last week.
The DOJ has done a study that found child molesters have the highest recidivism rate. Does that change your answer?
Look, Stephanie, that's not going to change my mind.
Nothing's going to change this jackass's mind. It's just, it is beyond belief. They even have a liberal activist. So, we have a problem here. You would think reality would slap these people into doing the right thing, but it doesn't. That guy, it didn't matter. He didn't even look into the facts. The local news station's gathering it. He's a supervisor. He can get the facts from his own sheriff's office. Not a single fact that you present to that guy will change his mind. And that's how the Democrats are.
Want to see more Mark Levin? Go to LevinTV.com and subscribe now.